All right, today we're going to talk about writing equations of parallel and perpendicular lines. So first of all, the following problems, um, line A and B are parallel. So we're going to graph both of the lines, and then we're going to write the equation of line B. Okay, so we are going to graph A. So it's y equals 2x minus 3. So we're going to start here at 3, and our slope is up 2 over 1. Okay, so this is y equals 2x minus 3. So parallel means they're railroad tracks, which means they will have the same slope. Okay, so if lines are parallel, that means they have the same slope. So it says it passes through 0, 4. Let me write a different color. 0, 4. And it's parallel. So we know it has the same slope, which is 2. So this equation will have the same slope, which is 2x, but a new y-intercept, which we said was 0, 4. So this is y equals 2x plus. So you see parallel lines have the same slope. So we know that number 2 also parallel. So let's graph y equals negative 4x plus 1. Oops. Okay, so there's our first line. So I have y equals negative 4x plus 1. So the next line is going to have the same slope, which we said was negative 4. And it's going to go through 0, negative 5. So again, if the lines are parallel, they have the same slope, and they'll never touch. So y equals negative 4x, the same slope, but this time the y-intercept is going to be negative 5. All right, so let's look at number 3. Again, these are both parallel, so they have the same slope. So line A starts at 4, y equals 1 half x plus 4, up 1 over 2. This is y equals 1 half x plus 4. Now we want to graph the line that's parallel to it, which means it has the same slope, which is 1 half, but it goes through 7. So up here has the same slope, so it's going to run right along next to it. They should never touch. So my new y-intercept is 7. All right, number 2. The first line we're going to graph is y equals 4x. It starts at the origin. Slope is 4. Over 1. Okay, so there's my first line. This is y equals 4x. Oops. Now we want one parallel to that. That's going to pass through the point 3, negative 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let me get a different color. So the slope, if they're parallel, is 4. Okay, so here's the trick though. We can't really see where it passes through the y-axis, so we can't write the equation from this information. So we're going to have to use the point and the slope. So I have y equals 4x, and I know it passes through the point 3, negative 3. So I'm going to put in negative 3 equals 4 times 3 plus b. I'm going to subtract 12 from each side, so b is negative 15. So our equation is y equals 4x. They have the same slope, but the new y-intercept, if it kept, this purple line kept going, it would cross the y-axis at negative 15. And we had to use the point to see that. All right. So now we're going to do this without graphing. We don't have a graph. We know, though, you'll have the same slope if they're parallel. So it says find the equation of line B, which is parallel to line A and passes through that point. So we know the slope is going to be the same, and we just plug in that point to get the new B. So y is 3. And then you're going to add 6. So my new B is 9. So y equals negative 3x, and my new y-intercept is 9. Those lines will be parallel. Number 6, find the equation of line B, which is parallel to line A and passes through negative 6, 2. So we're going to keep the same slope. We're going to get our new B by the coordinates. So 2 equals negative 2 over 2 plus b is negative 1. We're going to add 1. So my new b is 3. When we put this together, we have y equals 1/3 x plus 3. All right, now we're going to talk about perpendicular lines. And if you remember, perpendicular lines are lines that intersect at a 90-degree angle. Like this. All right. So now we know that the slopes of a line that is perpendicular to it are negative reciprocals. So if the slope of a line is 3 and you want the line that is perpendicular to it, you have positive 1/3. If the slope of the line is negative 1/2 and you want the line that's perpendicular to it, the slope is 2 over 1 or 2. So give the slope of a line that is perpendicular to the following. So we know the slope is 3. So you want to flip that upside down and make it negative, so the slope will be negative 1/3. Y equals negative 2/3 x. You flip it upside down, make it the opposite sign. The slope of a line perpendicular to that will be 3/2. Y equals negative x plus 2, that's negative 1. You flip that upside down, make it positive, that'll be 1. And then D, y equals negative 2x plus 6. Here's your slope. Flip negative 2 over 1 upside down and make it positive. Slope of a perpendicular line will be 1/2. All right. So in the following problems, lines A and B are perpendicular. Graph and label both lines and write the equation of line B. So let's graph y equals 4x plus 9. So 9 is up here. Slope is 4. Down 1, left, down 4, left 1. Okay, so there's my first line. That's line A. So the slope of line B will be the negative reciprocal, which flip that upside down, so it's negative 1/4, and passes through the point 4, 7, 4, negative 7. So let's see what happens. Here's 4, negative 7. So I'm going to go up 1, left 4, up 1, left 4, up 1, left 4. So this is B. This time we don't need to plug in that point because we can see that the line intersects at negative 6, and we know the slope is negative 1/4. So y equals negative 1/4 x minus 6 is your new equation. So line A is 2y equals 3x plus 8. Let's put that in slope-intercept form first by dividing by 2. So I have y equals 3/2 x plus 4. So if the line's perpendicular to that, we're going to flip the slope upside down and make it negative. So negative 2/3 is your slope. It passes through the line 3, 7. So let's see if we can get the y-intercept. First, let's graph this one. So line A starts at 4. I'm going to go up 3 over 2. So this is line A. And then let's do 3, 7. Positive. And we know the slope is negative 2/3. So 1, 2. We're lucky enough to get that y-intercept there. It's right here at 9. So y equals negative 2/3 x plus 9. All right. I'm going to stop this here and continue on the next part.